transformed into the malevolent second female lead who failed to seduce. All the male supporting characters heard my inner thoughts. The first male lead tossed a stack of bills at my face and declared, "Remove a piece of clothing, and I'll give you $1,000,000. I lamented internally. TSK, what a spendthrift. Tomorrow, your company will face bankruptcy due to the female protagonist leaking secrets, and you, my financial benefactor, are destined to become a nightclub model." He stiffly bowed his noble head and retrieved the money. The second male lead viciously stepped on my hand, growling, "What makes you think you can compete with Sinyan for a man?" I felt a pang of sympathy. "Go ahead, trample. After all, tomorrow you will become paralyzed from the waist down while rescuing the female lead. Consider it an early pity for the disabled." He withdrew his foot with a strange expression, distancing himself from the female lead by 10 meters. The third male lead pressed me down to the ground, demanding, "Disable her hand." I hesitated. "Disable me? Tomorrow, you'll be incapacitated by the female lead's kick, and let's see who will perform your surgery without me." He spat out his drink, instinctively covering his groin. The foolish and delicate female lead, Su Xinyan, wept. "Please stop. Do not bully Pepe any longer." The sycophantic male leads ceased their actions in unison. Yet the female lead continued to wipe her tears. "It is all my fault. I should not have fallen for the same man as Pepe." "Do not blame her if you must blame someone." "Wait. Why have you truly stopped?" I gracefully contended with the sycophant male lead, Lu Su, to collect the scattered money. "Indeed, why have they ceased to humiliate me? Hurry. While you still have not gone bankrupt, use your meager wealth to insult me. Come on. Toss it at my face. Let me savor the scent of money." Lu Su narrowed his eyes, hastening his collection of bills. Wait, why are you picking it up so quickly? Are you eager to reincarnate?" Lu Su's hand trembled with rage as he clutched the bills. I shot him a glare. "Why are you still competing with me for money? Are you still the sycophantic male lead, Lu Su, whom I once knew?" Lu Su retorted fiercely, "I am wealthy, but do I look like a fool to you?" I batted my large, doe-like eyes. "Lu Xiao, how could you speak of yourself in such a manner? You are not only a fool, but also a sycophant." I bit my cherry lips. "Aside from your wealth, you are also devoted and the dream lover of countless young women. Of course, they are all enamored by that billion." Then, I tilted my head at a sorrowful angle, cultivating the mood. "No wonder Sinyan is so fond of you. She not only adores you, but also the other two sycophants. Yet her heart ultimately belongs to the male lead." Lu Su, flustered and enraged, snapped, "Shut your mouth." I squeezed out a few tears. "Lu Xiao, have I said something wrong?" He retorted, "If you keep talking, I will demand you return the money." I pressed my lips tightly together. If I remain silent, I shall not be compelled to repay the money. 2. The atmosphere around us gradually grew chilly. Su Xinran, ever perceptive, hurried to Shen Tinglin's side. "Aling, why have you suddenly distanced yourself from me?" I fixated on his long legs. Oh, those long legs. How I longed to touch, to see, to tread upon them. Shen Tinglin shot me a glare. His ears flushed crimson. I lamented, "What a pity that starting tomorrow, you'll be confined to a wheelchair." Shen Tinglin instinctively touched his leg, his expression peculiar. I chuckled mischievously. "But it will have its own charm, my gloomy, fragmented boy." Shen Tinglin nearly choked on his own saliva. Striving for composure, he addressed Su Xinran. "You are my cousin's girlfriend. I believe we should maintain some distance." She stepped closer. "Am I not your beloved sister now?" He retreated a step. "You are my sister-in-law. We must uphold propriety." I shook my head. Oh, the brooding male, speaking so grandiloquently, yet later he will still domineer and forcibly love his own cousin-in-law, claiming he will inherit everything from his brother, including his sister-in-law, questioning her beauty in comparison to his brother's. Shen Tinglin's eyes widened in disbelief. 3. Su Xinran bit her lip, feeling wronged. She turned to Pei Lian, who was awkwardly shielding himself in the corner. "Lian, are you alright?" The third male supporting character. Pei Lian snapped back to reality, his gaze complex as he shook his head. "I'm fine. Please don't overthink it." I inwardly scoffed. He may be fine now, but get any closer and he won't be. Pei Lian silently moved another meter away. Su Xinran's eyes glistened with tears. "Lian, do you despise me too?" With a resolute expression, she declared, "Since you all refuse to be near me, I shall take my leave." She stepped forward, then another step. Finally, she halted on her third step. Su Xinran looked woefully back. Am I truly leaving? The male characters. The room fell silent for a minute. with tears in her eyes. She lamented, "It's so dark outside. I'm terrified. Will you really not escort me home?" I quipped, "No need to be afraid. Your chariot is on its way." 4. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Bai Lian arrived, radiating an aura befitting a male lead. He embraced Su Xinran with a look of concern, gently kissing away her tears. "My Ran, I have come too late," I observed with the detached gaze of an elder watching a subway. Tears of joy. "It seems they are indeed salty." Su Xinran shook her head. "No, my Yen, as long as it's you, it's never too late," I remarked. "Oh my heavens, you two are locked in." Su Xinran's eyes widened as she forcefully pushed Bai Lian away, pointing at me, and then back at him. "You too." Wah! I stared in confusion. "Me? What did I do?" "Could you not burst into tears before finishing your sentence?" Bai Lian glared at me. "You vile woman," I replied. "I merely expressed my astonishment. How is that malicious?" Lu Su cleared his throat. "Lu Peipei, are you pregnant?" "Who is pregnant?" "Me." "Through asexual reproduction?" I rolled my eyes. "Lu Xiao, pay up." Lu Su stomped his feet. "Why should I pay you for a child that I sent to mine?" I opened my palm, simply for slandering me. Lu Su. He begrudgingly pulled out a bill. I remarked, "How stingy. Is this a pittance for a beggar?" Ironically, I truly am a beggar. Lu Su. Shen Tinglin stared at my slightly protruding belly. "What did you just vomit?" I rubbed my stomach, which was still full from the buffet, and burped, just a wave of nausea. I couldn't possibly say the truth, that I was nauseated by the male and female leads. The male characters. Pei Lian held a pillow in front of himself. "Xinran, do not misunderstand. Lu Peipei's plan has failed. She will certainly not bear Yan's child." Bai Lian nodded in agreement. "Indeed, I would never allow this loathsome woman to bear my child. My Ran, believe me, my body and heart belong solely to you." Su Xinran rushed into Bai Lian's embrace. "Yen, I knew you would remain chaste for me." She turned to me. "Peipei, I do not blame you." Bai Lian kissed her forehead. "My Ran, you are still so kind." I sighed, forcing a smile. "My fault. I was terribly wrong. The error was in not publicizing the male lead's affliction." Can you guess why the plan failed? Can you guess why my attempts at seduction were thwarted? It is simply because the male lead has a fear of women. The male characters exchanged glances, speechless, as they observed the sweet embrace of the lead couple. 5. According to the tropes of novels, the domineering CEO often harbors some grave illness. Whether it be obsessive-compulsive disorder or anxiety, Bai Lian suffers from a peculiar condition. The world is only intolerant to women. And I happen to be the highly paid physician he has hired. In the original narrative, Bai Lian's condition improved remarkably upon meeting the female lead. However, in my pursuit of higher social standing, I attempted to leverage my position as a doctor to ascend to the male lead's bed. Ultimately, my scheme backfired, leading to a brutal beating from the female lead's supporters that drove me to the brink of insanity. In the end, I met a tragic fate in a mental institution. They say karma, though delayed, eventually arrives. The day after my beating, the supporting male characters faced grim endings one after another. Lu Su became a male model, contracted HIV, and lived for merely 3 years. Shen Tinglin became paralyzed, psychologically twisted, and imprisoned for holding the female lead captive. Pei Lian became childless and was subjected to online harassment, resulting in a lifetime of destitution. Why should the expendables torment one another? The cruelty they inflicted upon me was equaled only by their dismal fates. 6. Something feels off. In the plot, these 3 petty nobles do not wish for the female lead to witness their sordid sides. After the male lead takes the female lead away, they intended to incapacitate my eyes and hands. So why are they now frozen in place, wearing expressions akin to having eaten something foul? Lu Su, exuding an air of dominance, picked up the phone. "In 10 minutes. Find out who Su Xinran has been in contact with this past month, regardless of gender. Every detail." I scoffed. Indeed, what a twisted and burdensome love. Not letting any male near the female lead. And let's not forget, they haven't spared any females either. Lu Su shot me a glance, his fingertips trembling as he gripped the phone. Shen Tinglin, with decisive authority, dialed. "Prepare 10 bodyguards and 10 accompanying doctors for me by tomorrow." I scoffed again. Is this what they call holding someone so gently for fear of breaking them? Cherishing them so dearly? With the female lead's brilliance, does she truly need you, this little sycophant, for protection? Even if she did, it seems you wouldn't be in the running, would you? Little 4. Shen Tinglin shot me a piercing glare. Pei Lian, with a heavy heart, made a call. Immediately have a pair of iron pants tailored to my specifications. Alas, my hearing was far too acute. I scoffed thrice. What iron pants? To keep the female lead chaste. You would willingly don chastity pants. Indeed, a man's chastity is the finest dowry. I declare, this year's Best Sycophant Award goes to you. Pei Lian's breath hitched as fury ignited within him. Alas, they truly wish to incapacitate me now. 7. Fortunately, in their fury, they merely stormed off, sparing me from the anticipated beating. Such ill manners, to visit someone as home and leave without taking your garbage with you. I dutifully cleaned up the cigarette butts and shards of glass scattered across the floor. To my left, I spotted a watch worth millions in the trash. Bai Lian's disdainful face flashed in my mind. What you have touched, I deem filthy. And just like that, that watch, worth enough to purchase a house, was carelessly tossed into the bin. Had I known, I would have touched a few more watches. To my right, there lay a heap of LV bags. Su Xinran's disdainful words echoed in my head. I crave love, not these lifeless objects. Please, dispose of them for me. Throw them far away. What is wrong with lifeless objects? Some people simply adore these stagnant things. With a graceful pirouette, I dove headfirst into my bag. So this is the sensation of being encased in a package. Clutching the script, I naturally chose to abandon the role of a helper and to respect the destinies of others. I would never assist this group of madmen. Furthermore, I would seize the opportunity to exploit their misfortunes. Lu Su was holding a board meeting at the company. The atmosphere rife with chaos. President Liu, there's trouble. A nameless rookie is maliciously acquiring our shares. The company is on the brink of bankruptcy, the assistant reported dejectedly. I strode in, my 12-centimeter heels striking the ground with authority as I kicked the door open. What nameless rookie? Your stunningly beautiful president, of course, was the reply. I brandished the share transfer agreement I had acquired through an all-night. I now hold 55 of Tianhuang Entertainment's shares. From this day forth, I shall assume the role of company president. The pen in Lu Su's hand clattered to the floor. Lu Peipei, how dare you? I comfortingly patted his shoulder. Fear not. You are merely transitioning from president to vice president. Since someone will inevitably take advantage of the chaos sooner or later, why shouldn't it be me who plays the villain? Moreover, I have shown great mercy. Had it been anyone else, they would undoubtedly have you rolling out the door without a second thought. Not even offering you a vice presidency. Others protested, what can a little girl know about being president? Exactly. This ISNT child play. Do you understand management? I casually dug at my ear and pointed at them. You embezzled company funds. You exploited company artists. And you misallocated company resources. Each one of you has taken advantage of the old President Liu's demise, believing the young President Liu to be foolish, thus plunging the company into disarray. Even without the female lead leaking secrets, bankruptcy is imminent. Lu Su stood there, dumbstruck, his face flushed with anger. The room fell silent, save for Lu Su, who remained unconvinced. The leak of company secrets will incur a hefty breach of contract penalty. Even if you become president, the company is still on the verge of collapse. If you can turn the company around, I will acknowledge you as president. I smiled. I hold more shares than you. Do I need your acknowledgement? Lu Su clenched his fists. I leisurely sank into the central chair. I will stabilize the company, and in return, you must grant me an additional 10 of the shares. He furrowed his brow, leaning in closer. I raised an eyebrow, letting out a soft sigh. Oh dear. What to do? It's a dilemma. With such commanding rhetoric, he should be intimidated. As long as he fears me, securing the president's position will be a mere formality. Lu Su's lips curled into a smirk. All right, but if you fail, you must transfer all your shares to me. He can indeed hear my thoughts. How clever of him. With unwavering focus, I nodded calmly. Fine. To ensure fairness, we both signed a contract. Lu Su was confident. Don't think I'm unaware of your little schemes. I'll be watching you. I picked up my phone. What else can be done? Of course, we'll hold the one who leaked the secrets accountable. Lu Su's inner protector activated. You cannot harm her. Xian Rand is simply too naive. Exploited by those with ulterior motives. I chuckled. Is she naive? No, she is simply foolish. I dialed the number in front of him. President Bai, your girlfriend has leaked our company secrets. Before I could finish, the voice on the other end interrupted. How much? Dealing with wealthy individuals is always straightforward. I raised an eyebrow at Lu Su. Not much, just 20 million. The Alipay notification chimed in with 20 million yuan.
See?
The male lead is indeed generous. He cannot bear to harm the female lead, preferring to face bankruptcy rather than swallow his pride and confront a rival. Now that the company is mine, I will not indulge you, madman. Lu Su's expression darkened. What cunning. I rolled my eyes. What is wrong with being a little clever when I'm this beautiful? 160. What kind of boy band is that? Withdraw him, arrange for variety shows or perhaps a talk show instead. Choice is more crucial than effort. This artist is destined to become a household name in comedy, while being in a boy band is a road to nowhere. Lu Su bit back his retort. And this one? What a crooked cucumber. Have we thoroughly investigated his personal life before signing? Hurry and terminate the contract. Lu Su pursed his lips. No way. He is the star of the company. I tapped the table with my pen. Are you the president, or am I? Little Lu? What does it matter if he is the star? Next year, his chaotic private life will be exposed, and he will be accused of molesting a minor. Is he really worth keeping around? Lu Su scratched his nose and, sensing the tension, wisely fell silent. Finally, I closed the list of all company artists. Most importantly, the company name must change. Let us replace Huang with Huang. Lu Su's eyes bulged. What does this name have to do with you? I replied, the character Huang is inauspicious. It was destined to fail. No wonder the company is on the verge of bankruptcy. Lu Su. After an entire morning of meetings, Lu Su took a phone call and rushed out. I knew, at that moment, the repercussions of Shin Tinglin's actions had arrived. Clutching a bouquet of flowers, I followed him to the hospital. Outside, a throng of bodyguards gathered, while inside stood a cadre of doctors. I let my mouth droop. Tinglin, it's all right. It's all right. So, what if your legs are paralyzed? We'll still be heroes in death. I struggled to suppress my laughter. Pushing through the crowd, Shin Tinglin stood by the bedside, feasting on the crayfish Lu Su had brought. Upon seeing me, he blankly offered me one. Want some? Not spicy, no charge. I thought. It seems he can hear my thoughts as well, cleverly sidestepping the plot. I instantly donned a concerned expression. If he is fine, that is truly wonderful. With me selecting scripts for him, he is bound to win the Best Actor award this time. Shin Tinglin dropped a crayfish, its shell clattering to the floor. He grabbed my hand, his fingers smeared with red oil. Now that you're the president, does your company still need talent? I smiled slyly. We are in dire need of someone as exceptionally gifted as you. Shin Tinglin had returned from a brief stint in the land of pickled vegetables, only to suffer paralysis upon his return. Yet, in such dire circumstances, he refused to abandon his passion for acting. Eventually, his perseverance paid off. He starred in an art film where the lead character, much like himself, was paralyzed. His authentic portrayal catapulted him to fame, earning him the title of Best Actor. If not for his impulsiveness in provoking the female lead, he wouldn't have been imprisoned by the male lead, serving a life sentence. A person who can remain resilient in the face of adversity and never relinquish their dreams of acting is bound to succeed at anything else as well, except competing for the female lead's affection. Since he is destined to earn money in the future, I certainly won't let this golden nugget slip away. Beside me, Lu Su was still in shock. I swiftly signed Shin Tinglin on. At that moment, my phone rang. It was the director summoning me to treat a patient. I smacked my forehead, almost forgetting my primary job. After completing this task, I intend to resign and live a life of ease. I donned my white coat and made my way to the patient's room. With a decisive flourish, I yanked the covers aside. Now, remove your trousers. The patient fidgeted nervously. I frowned and looked up, only to discover it was Pei Lian. Aren't you wearing your iron pants today? This plot twist is frightfully intense. Is it still possible to sustain an injury while wearing iron trousers? His voice was hoarse. I want to change doctors. I recalled the descriptions of wounds from the book. With utmost seriousness, I unfastened his trousers. Fear not, for I am the finest urologist here. I have treated thousands, if not tens of thousands. The accolades from my patients have left my hands sore. Pei Lian was blushing profusely. Ultimately, succumbing to my firm grip, he shyly closed his eyes. I conducted a thorough examination. It's nothing serious, merely a scrape. Pei Lian's breath was uneven. I told you I was fine. I was wearing iron trousers. Wearing iron trousers, and you still managed to scrape yourself? That female lead kicked out. Would her foot be rendered useless? Pei Lian could be fine, but she must not be. If she were incapacitated, where would I go to secure another leading actress? I promptly abandoned the flushed Pei Lian and rushed toward the female lead's hospital room. Upon entering, I immediately spotted her right foot, bandaged like an elephant's leg. Beside her, Bai Liyuan, with concern in his eyes, was feeding her chicken soup. Upon seeing my arrival, Bai Liyuan immediately donned a cold expression. "What are you doing here? Did you have a hand in Wan Ruan's accident?" The iron trousers belonged to Pei Lian. The kick was from Su Shiran. How could I be blamed for this? Bai Liyuan slammed the bowl onto the table, splattering chicken soup everywhere. If it weren't for your instigation of Pei Lian, he would never have donned such a ridiculous contraption. I took a deep breath, greeting him with a smile. "President Bai, I assure you this matter has nothing to do with me. Pei Lian has always despised me. How could he possibly heed my advice to wear those iron trousers?" The innocent Su Shiran grasped Bai Liyuan's agitated hand. "This is not Pei Pei's fault. It was during my audition this afternoon. I tried to help an elderly lady catch a thief, and not only did I inadvertently injure brother Pei Lian, but I also nearly caused Ting Lin to have an accident. It is entirely my fault and no one else's." Bai Liyuan gently stroked her hand. "Wan Ruan, you are forever so righteous. Promise me, in the future, refrain from putting yourself in harm's way. I have the means. There's no need for you to toil so hard. Just wait for me at home. Wan Ruan, I will take care of you. Do not enter the entertainment industry." Su Shiran, displeased, swatted his hand away. "I am not your subordinate, nor do I wish to be your canary, and I certainly do not want to play the role of a so-called housewife. It is not only you who has a career, I have one too. Bai Liyuan, you do not understand what I truly desire." Tears welled in her eyes. "We have never been on the same path. Let us break up." Bai Liyuan had never been defied in such a manner. Rising with a formidable presence, his gaze was filled with possessiveness. This marked the climax of the narrative. The two leads were at an impasse over their differing philosophies. One yearned to protect, while the other sought freedom. The hospital room fell into silence, with the sound of my snacking on sunflower seeds seeming particularly jarring. Bai Liyuan's sharp gaze swept toward me. I approached with a cheerful demeanor. "You both love each other dearly. How can you quarrel over trifles?" I took their hands and intertwined them, acting as a peacemaker. "You should consider matters from each other's perspectives. I have a win-win solution. Why not hear it out?" Upon hearing this, their tension began to dissipate. I produced a contract that I had prepared earlier and handed it to Bai Liyuan. "President Bai, this is the future development plan our company has crafted for Shiran. We are in dire need of someone as pure and meticulous as her in our roster. You invest, and I shall ensure her success. I firmly believe that she will soon attain the status of the leading actress." Su Shiran's eyes glistened with tears. "Pei Pei, you truly understand me." Of course, I understood. In the book's conclusion, she achieved a grand slam, becoming the youngest leading actress. I presented the pen and contract to Su Shiran, an SSS-level artist contract. "All you need to do is sign, and I will immediately elevate you to the position of our company's leading lady. Securing you means attaching myself to Bai Liyuan's golden leg. You shall not only be the leading lady, but my only sister." Ultimately, Bai Liyuan yielded for love. Su Shiran joyously signed the contract. Suddenly, the door was kicked open. Pei Lian, moving stiffly, approached the bedside. "Shiran, how is your foot?" Bai Liyuan's expression darkened as the two locked eyes. When rivals meet, sparks fly. Bai Liyuan glanced at Pei Lian's lower half. "While you concern yourself with Shiran, perhaps you should focus on your own future happiness. Keep your distance from her." Pei Lian scoffed, stepping forward to offer Su Shiran a glass of water. "Unmarried man. Unmarried woman. Even if you were to wed, what could you do about it?" I continued munching on my sunflower seeds. TSK, TSK, TSK. So eager to play the third wheel? Utterly shameless. No wonder he would later face online harassment for meddling in the lead's relationship, a once promising director reduced to madness and destitution. What a pity. Pei Lian looked as if struck by lightning, his pupils dilating. I realized that he could hear my inner thoughts. I stroked my chin. I just signed a script destined for greatness. Should I let this mindless sycophant Pei Lian take part in it? This is the only project in the next 20 years projected to surpass 20 billion in viewership. If I recall correctly, the director of this film became an overnight sensation, winning the Best Director award. Well, actually, the future Best Director award winner is Pei Lian, but I shall keep that to myself. I intend to recruit him. Just as Su Shiran reached for the glass in Pei Lian's hand, he deftly dodged and downed the water in one go. My apologies. I was thirsty. If you want water, let Bai Liyuan pour it for you. Bai Liyuan's eyes narrowed, as if attempting to bore a hole through him. Su Shiran's hand froze midair. I stifled a laugh, placing the script in her hands, hiding my own merits. Shiran, this is an IP our company is developing. The company has decided that you'll play the lead role, with the male lead being Shin Tinglin, with the future's leading actress and actor. Along with Pei Lian as the renowned director, this film is destined for success. Pei Lian's eyes visibly lit up with eagerness. Do you need a director? I feigned ignorance. Is Mr. Pei interested in the script? He grasped my hand tightly. Lu Zong, choose me. My direction is incredibly sweet. Pei Lian, what I mean is, the films I direct are exceptionally sweet. Everyone was methodically navigating the entertainment industry. I was meticulously counting the zeros in my bank account. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Money flows into my pockets. I press the phone. Xiaolu, please buy me a cup of 99 coffee. Less ice. Thank you. Lu Su. So refreshing. Had I known being a domineering CEO would be this delightful, I would never have played the vicious supporting role. In just 6 months, Su Shiran, with her innocent and harmless visage, leaped to become the nation's girlfriend and a goddess among homebodies. Shun Tinglin, with a vast fan base, gained widespread acclaim through the national talent show I orchestrated. The film Su Yu Lai Shi featuring both of them, directed by Pei Lian, with its formidable cast and script, is destined to become a classic among classics. Everyone was exceedingly busy, with no time to be lovesick. See, those melodramatic storylines are born of idle time. Just as I finished speaking, my phone rang. By Li Yuan, suppressing his fury. Lu Peipei, did you kidnap Wan Ruan? You better pray she is unharmed, otherwise, I will make you pay dearly. How outrageous. Which scoundrel has kidnapped my cash cow? Oh wait, that seems to be me. However, that was the original plot. Now I have reformed. From a vicious supporting character to a stunningly fierce CEO. Who is orchestrating this plot? Bai Lian banged the table during the meeting, exclaiming, meeting adjourned. I must go save someone. Meanwhile, Shen Tailing, engrossed in filming, tossed aside his script, declaring, shooting paused. I must go save someone. Pei Lian, directing the scene, slammed down the microphone, stating, film halted. I must go save someone. Lu Su, purchasing coffee, tossed a 10 yuan bill, saying, coffee paused. I must go save someone. As I counted money, I placed my bank card down and proclaimed, counting money paused. I must go save someone. Don't question it. It's merely following the trend. NPC. The address provided by the kidnappers led to an abandoned warehouse. Lu Su, clutching half a cup of coffee, grinned foolishly. Here's your iced coffee. Enjoy it while it's cold. I glanced at the cup, which was filled entirely with ice. I was taken aback. With a flushed face, Bai Lian snatched the coffee, asking, how did you know I had a fever? He immediately placed his hand on his forehead. Truly, he is the male lead, even battling a high fever to rescue the female lead. I could already envision his valiant stance as he shielded her from danger. Su Shinran was bound, her mouth gagged with a repulsive sock, tears glistening in her eyes as she could only emit muffled whimpers. Bai Lian's heart ached, his grip tightening to the point of nearly crushing the ice. How much do you want for her release? A masked man pressed a knife against her neck. I don't want money. I want her love. Upon hearing this, the men present were enraged. What a chaotic scene. The kidnapper, exhilarated, shouted, don't come any closer. If you do, I'll take her with me. To die alongside you, Shinran, would be my greatest honor. The man inhaled deeply, intoxicated by Su Shinran's hair. A fervent and obsessive fan. I cautiously stepped forward, the others inching closer to the kidnapper as well. Lu Su, seize his hand from behind. Shen Tailing, engage him on the left to distract him. Pei Lian, move to the right and wait for the right moment to rescue Su Shinran. They remained composed, yet acted in perfect synchrony. Amidst the tension, we finally liberated her from the kidnapper's grasp, except for Bai Lian, a man who could not hear my silent pleas. With a sickening sound, the knife pierced flesh. Allow me to introduce myself as a prophet. If the male lead does not get stabbed, I shall consider it a loss. In the chaotic aftermath, only Su Shinran's heart-wrenching cries remained. I want to allow you to die. I was wrong. I accept your proposal. If you wake up, I will marry you. Calmly, I sipped my lukewarm coffee. Rest assured, he won to die. After all, Bai Lian is the male lead. Even a few stab wounds cannot keep him down. Upon awakening in the hospital, Bai Lian's first words were, "Ran Ran, you said you would marry me." His pale face, dressed in a hospital gown, radiated a sense of shattered vulnerability that made it impossible for anyone to refuse such a proposal. Su Xinran certainly could not. Tears of joy streamed down her face as she nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, let us get married." At that moment, the sound of shattering glass echoed through the room. I looked around, bewildered. Whose cup or bowl just broke? Oh, it's the heart of the infatuated one that shattered. The three of them glared at me, and I merely chuckled. "No, back at the warehouse, you were calling out to us in your heart. You knew we could hear your thoughts?" Lu Su suddenly realized. Standing frozen, I innocently covered my mouth. "Oh dear, you've caught me." On the day Bai Lian was discharged from hospital, the film premiered and grossed $1 billion within 24 hours. Su Xinran's fanbase skyrocketed by 1 million. Shen Tailing was inundated with advertising contracts, while Pei Lian received nominations for the highest accolades in the film industry thanks to this movie. As for me, I merely enjoyed the delightful chime of Alipay notifications and signed new artists. That one with the 8-pack abs, let us keep him. Sign the one who resembles Wu Yanzu. And this one with the model physique, broad shoulders and long legs. I reclined in my chair, exclaiming, "I'm so tired." Gazing at handsome men daily has certainly reduced my wrinkles. Lu Su began to massage my shoulders, asking, "Is this what tired feels like? Would you like a change in flavor?" I turned to him in confusion. He slowly leaned down, meeting my gaze. What is so great about young boys? The older, the spicier. Just look at me. I burst into laughter, accidentally spraying him with saliva. "Are you bragging about being older and looking old?" Lu Su gently caressed my cheeks. "What I mean is, older men know how to cherish others. They won't just irritate you like I do." I interrupted him. "Unlike you. You know how to serve me, right? All right, Lucy, continue giving me that shoulder rub." Lu Su chuckled softly. "Of course. Today marks the day our company goes public." I made a brief appearance while Lu Su took the stage to speak on my behalf. Dressed impeccably in a tailored suit, his hair gleaming, Lu Su gazed at the sea of faces below, mist glistening in his eyes. "Our company has reached this point thanks to one person. She rescued the company from peril and me from danger. She is my superior and the person I love the most, Lu Peipei." I face-bombed, chuckling. Oh dear. This kid is quite the sentimental one. Lu Su has matured remarkably over the past year, delivering flattery with a straight face. Meanwhile, on the other side of the capital, at an award ceremony, Shen Tailing took the stage to accept the Best Actor award. Holding the trophy aloft, his eyes sparkled like stars. To reach this position, I owe my gratitude to one person. She is my mentor, my benefactor, and the one I love most, my boss, Lu Peipei. In a country, Pei Lian, receiving the Best Director award, spoke confidently in Chinese amidst a crowd of foreigners. To receive this award, I must first thank one person. She is my fortune, the turning point of my destiny, and the one I love most, my partner, Lu Peipei. That evening, my name trended at the top of social media. With the phrase most loved person, Lu Peipei. I was taken aback. How embarrassing. Aren't you all more enamored with Su Xinran? Fortunately, the trending topic soon faded under the weight of the male and female leads' grand wedding. They exchanged rings on stage, sharing a passionate kiss. During their vows, Su Xinran tearfully mentioned me. "Wah, thank you, Peipei, for always supporting me, allowing me to achieve my dreams." I wished she would stop. The look in Bai Lian's eyes was one of a jealous husband, and I feared for my life. Once Su Xinran composed herself, she tossed her bouquet. I watched with amusement, swirling my wine glass as Lu Su snatched it from the crowd. He pushed through the throng, making his way toward me, petals swirling in the air and landing on his handkerchief. "Peipei, look. I caught it," he exclaimed, joyous as a child with a new toy. I smiled, brushing the petals from his chest. "Aren't you a bit too old to be so excitable?" Lu Su offered me the bouquet, his eyes sparkling. "I just wanted to give you the flowers. Do you like them?" I noticed the blush on his cheeks and suddenly realized his intention. I leaned closer, teasingly asking, "Lu Su, you wouldn't happen to like me, would you?" Lu Su crumpled the paper of the bouquet in his hand. "Yes, I do. I like you." He gazed at me expectantly. Under his intense stare, my heart raced and I stammered, "But the company doesn't allow office romances." Lu Su, feeling aggrieved, spoke up. "You are the president. The entire company is ultimately governed by your words. Tomorrow, abolish this rule." "Well, that does hold some merit." I hesitated. "Lu Su, You can't possibly be trying to employ the charms of a handsome man to snatch my company away, can you? Lu Su, taken aback, retorted. You are far too conspiratorial. I could sign a prenuptial agreement with you. If we divorce, I'll relinquish all my shares and leave with nothing. I shot him a playful glare. Not that anyone would want to marry you. He gently tapped my forehead. Aside from you, there is truly no one else. I huffed lightly. Oh, so it's just me? Surely, you haven't only said that to me? Lu Su, undeterred by my teasing, merely chuckled. Are you feeling jealous? That phrase I have only uttered to you. Moreover, you are aware that this world is merely a narrative. The pursuit of Su Shinran is but a role I play, not my true desire. I cannot pinpoint when it began, but you have long since captured my heart. I adore your cunning, your avarice, everything about you. I was left speechless. Was he truly complimenting me and confessing his feelings? Lu Su smiled gently, like the warm sun in spring. I am certain. Instinctively, I covered my mouth. How did he know what I was thinking? Ever since that incident involving the kidnapping of Su Shinran, they had ceased to hear my innermost thoughts. Lu Su brushed my nose with his finger. Silly, this is what we call a meeting of minds. As for whether I agreed to Lu Su's proposal, naturally I declined. How could a fierce and ambitious woman like me become ensnared by love? I had aspirations to expand and strengthen my career. Wasn't the allure of a young and handsome artist captivating enough? Or was it that I had earned sufficient wealth? Regardless, Lu Su persisted. What's so appealing about his abs? I possess them too. Pepe, take a look at me. He snatched the artist's photo from my hands and guided my gaze to his own chiseled abdomen. A photograph pales in comparison to the real thing. Don't you agree? I chuckled, silently counting his abs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The texture is indeed delightful. Lu Su, adopting his playful tone, asked, Then can you be my girlfriend today? I playfully tapped the back of his head. Did your voice get too hot? No way. Ah. Yet another day of rejecting Lu Su. And thus, the tale concludes. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and give a thumbs up to support us. Until we meet again in the next story.